report to OR Restat. Dr. David.
Mrs. Bassett, what brings you to the hospital today?
Waiting for my daughter to come back if she's coming.
Krista's being admitted again?
No, and don't you print that either. I'm talking about my other daughter, Mary. And don't ask me what she's doing here, because that is a no-comment situation. Aren't you Sophia Capwell? Armani, whatever. The one who killed her oldest boy? I saw you in the paper. Why don't you talk to her? We've had our trauma already. She's the one that's going to see the only son she's got left get locked up as a public menace.
Any comment, Mrs. Almonte?
No, I got a comment. How come the justice system let a rapist walk on bail just to victimize my little girl all over again?
First of all, my son is not a rapist, nor has he been convicted as one. He and Christy were friends. All he wanted to do was see Christy. Now, I do not recall hearing that Christy was hurt by Ted just going and seeing her.
Hurt? She was shaking like a leaf.
That seems not to constitute great bodily harm to me, and yet my son is in jail right now.
I'm glad you can joke about it. I guess the sight of my daughter half dead and so bruised up she couldn't move just put a damper on my sense of humor.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Bassett. I do apologize. What happened to Christy should not have happened to anyone. Ted is not a rapist. He is not a public menace. Someone hurt your daughter terribly, but it wasn't Ted.
How can you be so sure? It's hard to keep track of them, isn't it, once they all go out and get their own Rolls Royces? I think the real crime here, and you can quote me on this, is why people like you treat people like me the way you do. Just like something you wipe your shoes on and throw away.
I am on the verge of treating you very rudely right now because you know better. My ex-husband took Christy into his home.
As a babysitter.
And I find it very odd that you are even considering that my son is spoiled. He was working in a restaurant as a busboy alongside your daughter.
I don't blame you for being upset, honey. It's hard to face the consequences of the way your own kids were brought up.
C.C. Capwell is an excellent father and always was. And my children adore him. He is wealthy, yes. And he has built parks and playgrounds and recreational centers for the young people of the city. And he has loved and adored his family more than anyone anywhere could.
If he's such a family man, how come he dumped you and married that blonde chorus girl or whatever it is she used to be?